Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. George. I miss seeing you around school. This year, I have been staying home a lot. And when I go out, I've been really careful to wear my mask. And I don't go out unless I absolutely need to because of COVID. So, one of the things I have not done for a whole year is had my hair cut. So, I have this really nice, super long ponytail growing. And I was looking at it this morning and it made me think of one of my favorite stories. It's about a little girl who loves her ponytail. The story is called Stephanie's Ponytail. It's by Robert Munch. I hope you'll like it. Stephanie's Ponytail. One day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So Stephanie's mom gave her a nice ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Oh, ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail, and I like it." The next morning, when Stephanie went to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming out the back. She looked at them and she said, "You're all just a bunch of copycats. You just do whatever I do. You don't have a brain in your heads." The next morning, the mom said to Stephanie, "Would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" "No," said Stephanie. "Well, then that's that," said her mom. "There's no other place you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want a ponytail coming out the side, just above my ear." "Hmm, very strange," said the mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave her a ponytail coming out right above her ear. When she went to school, the other kids saw her and they said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." Then the next morning, when Stephanie got to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming out just above their ears. And so did even some of the boys. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out from the back?" "No," said Stephanie. "Would you like one coming out from above your ear?" "No," said Stephanie. "Well, that's that," said the mom. "You can't do ponytails any other way." "Yes, there's another way," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the top of my head like a tree." "That's very, very strange," said her mother. But she made her a ponytail coming out the top of her head like a tree. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So the mom gave Stephanie a ponytail coming out the top of her head, just like a tree. And when Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her. They said, "Ugly, ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail, and I like it." The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys had ponytails coming out the top of their head. It looked like broccoli was growing on their heads. So the next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" "No," said Stephanie. "Well, would you like a ponytail coming out the side?" "No," said Stephanie. "Would you like one coming out the top?" "No," said Stephanie. "Well, then that is definitely that," said her mother. "There's no other place you can have ponytails." Yes, there is, said Stephanie. I want one coming out the front and hanging down in front of my nose. But nobody will know if you're coming or going, her mother said. Are you sure that's what you want? Yes, said Stephanie. So her mom gave her a nice ponytail coming out the front. And on the way to school, she bumped into four trees, three cars, two houses, and one principal. When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and said, "Oh, ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail, and I like it." What do you think is going to happen next? Well, the next day, all of the girls and all of the boys, and even the teacher, had ponytails coming out of the front of their heads and hanging down in front of their noses. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into desks, they bumped into each other, they bumped into walls, and by mistake, three girls went in the boys' bathroom. Stephanie yelled, "You are all a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come tomorrow, I'm going to have shaved my head." The first person to come the next day was the teacher. She had shaved her head and she was bald. Next to come were the boys. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The next to come were the girls. And they had shaved their heads and they were bald too. The last person to come to school was Stephanie. And she had a nice little ponytail coming right out the back. How do you think they felt about that? That's a fun story. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.